This video is intended for adults and children upwards the age of 14. Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, people? Welcome back to the Nerd Crate. Usually I would like to tell you head on over to the Collector's Bay because later we got Voice of Chaos podcast, but there may be a slight problem with that. Because when you're watching this, I am already on my way to the Netherlands with Den of Sentinel Bay reviews. You guys know we did a little something last year. We drove over there to TF Robots, Kevin Lamb, his little shop, and we shopped for a few figures, had a little bit of a road trip, and we recorded a little something, and we're gonna repeat that notion. So I believe this now is going out 12:15 AM and or PM. I always confuse those. During noontime. At which point Dan already picked me up in Osnabrück, which is in Germany, in the kind of in the middle somewhere there. And we have a little bit of, I believe, an hour or two over there, and then we're gonna shop a little bit and we're gonna hang a little bit. A lot of bullshitting, maybe even a little bit something else, but we don't 100% know for sure, so I don't want to spoil too much. But you will find it over here. But for a little bit of a weekly breakdown, what went on last week? Last week was a lot. Last Sunday, not the one that was just passed like yesterday, but last Sunday, we had Geiger Power Superator from Andy, my other co-host from Voice of Chaos. A cool piece with a few problems. Also, one is that the instructions aren't too good. So this guy does have an app crunch, but you need to activate a little button on the back, and then he indeed has an app crunch. I already boxed him back up, and I'm not getting him out for this little shindig, you know. But if you want to rewatch and see what I think of this guy and also the nooks and crannies and everything, you can check the video as always. Then it was last Tuesday not noon, what is noon? If anybody knows what noon is, please tell me. Noon, we had Ultimate Source Fulgor, that's back in the shelf with Akuma and Segat, which could become a bit more crowded in here, Street Fighter wise, more on that later. Fulgor is nice looking, but has a lot of problems. One being that he's not too articulated. But overall, I love that character. I love that I have the figure, because if you love a thing, you at least have one representation, right? At least, I would think so. So if you want to check that out. And then, of course, Tuesday evening, Voice of Chaos on the Collector's Bay. This week or last week, we concentrated our combined efforts on Starscream. We went through different iterations, may it be IDW, may it be G1, may it be Armada, Energon, Cybertron, the Unicron trilogy. There was a lot. It wasn't as long as always, but I have the feeling it doesn't need to. You know, when there's a nice topic involved and people seem to dig the spotlight with Optimus Prime, then we will do that. And we were like on, I believe it was Monday, we were like, what are we doing this week? Because we also have a subject list, you know, a topic list, we got that. But I have the feeling it kind of needs to also fit, like, I don't know, the universal situation, the collecting, for lack of better term. So anyway, if you want to check that out and leave a like on the Collector's Bay of our YouTube, you can find that too. And then I teased a big one, to me at least, because I was in contact with James of the team that is doing TechCom 2029, a Terminator game. And I hit those up and I said, guys, I don't know if my PC is going to handle the demo. I would love to play it, but I have huge respect and love what you guys are doing, and I would love to support you in a way and also have a little bit of questionnaire in your direction. So would you like to be a guest on my little hangout shows. And they thought about it, and I hit them back up and they said, yes, we want to do it. And so we did last Thursday. It went pretty perfect, I would say. I need to get my head around always making sure to check that StreamYard also has the microphone of my headset activated, but otherwise it went well. The screen shares went well. I showed you a little bit of the game, and I got the demo back in return for all of that. I tried to play that, and also yesterday, of course, was another day of my reviews. More of that in a little bit. Originally, I wanted to stream the demo of TechCom, but I tried the game with multiple configurations like compatibility mode in my Windows and everything, but it wasn't meant to be. It was too much for my PC. I have a very old graphics card, somewhat of a NVIDIA 5 or something like that, and hence the title of the episode today. I may need to upgrade that if I want to do this. I want to play the game when it's done, so and I want to give you the demo, and I want to play it myself, you know. Thing is, you can start it. I see the preview screen. I see the main menu flashing up, and then it's all white. I see like super dull. I see the logo below, and then I need to poke in the white, so to speak, to find the game. It starts up, it works, but it is super choppy. That is no actual gaming experience, and it wouldn't be any viewing pleasure to you guys. So this is why I'm not doing it for now. But I will look into graphic cards, and if you want to check the interview, that was awesome. We went over an hour, I believe 1:16 something, was long. James was super cool with everything. He had a lot of stuff to tell, that he's a fan of Nietzsche and all stuff. So it was amazing. I had a lot of fun, and if you want to check that out also. And then finally, of course, yesterday I had the final figure of my little trinity I had from Dan from Sentinel Bay Reviews. I reviewed Transform and Roll Out's Agent Meister, or how he was known for a long time, TNR's Hover. Beautifully styled. Like I said in the review, a little bit too pimpin' for my taste, but pretty much cool. Yeah, it's a cool style. It works. It's jazz. You know, it's jazz. The problem is just it's old. It's outdated. It's in a very, very outdated design. It is. My buddy Kurt Kumi from our little Transformers fan group Germany told it best. It's a great design, but it's outdated because, and that is where he's right, if it would have been released as it was planned back then with all the other car bros like the Datsun Bros and everything, everybody would have been like, oh, so pure, so rare, you know, it's beautiful. Pretty much what everybody says with Generation Toy Jazz, but it was delayed for so long. Nobody knows really what went down with this guy, but it was released. At least we have a good closed off version of Jazz, you know, but he's limited. He's limited. The engineering is not fun. Like, it was a pain, or it is a pain to get him back into into alternate mode, which you need to do for the packaging. But it's got all the sponsors, it's got all the styling except the Autobot symbol. But yeah, if you watch that, you will see, okay, he's telling so highly about this. Like, what is he talking about? And then he's only giving it that of a mediocre rating. Yes, I do. The thing is, he's still beautiful, and as a plain stand-in, it would work. You know, it would work. But as a figure with today's standards, this is where this guy is lacking. That is all I'm saying. You know, you always need to take out of this review what you want. I have to do that too. I try also my best to give you a objective rating for this figure from the times now, what I would want in a figure, what I would want in a character. Do I need this character, you know? And if I need this character, is this the guy I want to? Like, I'm looking now in the Iron Man Mark 6 Hot Toys diecast. This is the version I want, you know? Back then it was all plastic, but this, it's costly, but it's just, it's so high up there. And so can other guys, like the Generation Toy Jazz, to get back on topic, is also, it's a beautiful piece. Of course, it has problems with the hips and everything, but it is a beautiful piece that works as itself. And this is the character, the version of Jazz I want. This version of Jazz I would like, but I don't need. And this version of a figure I especially don't need. So take of that what you will, if you want to check that out. And so I can only tell you, like I said, when you're watching this or when you watch this, I'm already on my way to the Netherlands. Dan picked me up, I think about now 45 minutes ago, something like that. Maybe at 12:15, when this is about 15 minutes long, okay, an hour ago, roughly an hour ago, he picked me up. Maybe eating a little bit, a lot of bullshitting in the car, a lot of music, a lot of cool topics. We're looking forward to that. We were like first counting the months, now counting the weeks, and then counting the days. So super stoked. I will buy a little bit of something, a little bit. I'm not spoiling that, but it's gonna be a little bit. You can probably guess for yourself, it's not going to be little. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave me a like, please subscribe, head on over to my Instagram, head on over to our Patreon if you want to support us, and also head on over to our YouTube channel. And if you like the style of my channel, head on over to my Teespring. You can have t-shirts of those now. These things actually sell, so that is crazy. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you soon. I will see what I will do, but I will see you very soon. All right? Take care, guys. Bye.